Still to come, the main event tonight between Erik Morales and Manny Pacquiao. That's the reason the arena is nearly full. That's the reason there are more than 400 media-credentialed boxing reporters here. That's the reason that people are up all night in the Philippines to watch their national hero. Last year, when Manny Pacquiao emerged from a bizarre fight with Juan Manuel Marquez here as the recipient of a draw decision in a fight in which he had knocked Marquez down 3 times in the first round, we all thought that's the ideal pretext for a rematch. But when Marquez asked for more money than the Pacquiao people thought was right for this fight, Erik Morales, smarting from his loss to Marco Antonio Barrera, stepped in and with his greater marketing power seized this opportunity.
Tonight, 2 indomitable forces collide.
Erik Morales stalking and attacking. Manny Pacquiao is a storm.
In a dream matchup for fight fans, 2 of boxing's most electrifying warriors face off.
Pacquiao tries to finish Barrera. Here comes Morales. Barrera's gonna fight fire with fire.
2 fighters who give everything they have.
Both have the hearts of champions.
In 2004, Erik Morales and Manny Pacquiao gave us 2 of the sport's most stirring fights. Last May, against featherweight titleist Juan Manuel Marquez, Pacquiao attacked from the opening bell.
He fires the straight left hand, and there's the punching bout. 3rd knockdown of the first round. There's a hard right hand by Marquez that jolted Pacquiao. They get ready to trade again. Fight comes alive. What a fight!
6 months later, Erik Morales wrote his share of the 3rd chapter of one of boxing's most storied rivalries ever.
Barrera stepping inside and hammering Morales. This is brilliant Barrera stuff. Now it's Morales who's getting off and beating Barrera to the punch. A raging passion on the part of both fighters. They'll savagely trade until the final bell. Yes!
Tonight, it's one man's strength and savage intensity against another's raging bull ferocity. Boxing's version of March Madness. Erik Morales takes on Manny Pacquiao next.
It is time for our main event. Erik Morales against Manny Pacquiao. Morales may be perceived as the bigger man, having won titles at featherweight and at 130 pounds, but Pacquiao is the betting favorite, most likely because of his emphatic 11th round technical knockout of Marco Antonio Barrera in November 2003. Morales versus Pacquiao is being brought to you by MGM Grand, the city of entertainment in Las Vegas, and HBO Pay-Per-View, the best in pay-per-view entertainment, brought to you by HBO. He may have lost a majority decision to Marco Antonio Barrera in their November rubber match, but you have to give Erik Morales tremendous credit. Tonight, in his coming back fight, he faces another of the world's best in Barrera beater Manny Pacquiao. And Pacquiao may have taken the measure of Barrera 16 months ago, but that was at 126 pounds. Manny fights tonight at 130 for the first time in his professional career against an opponent who has watched his every move for the past year and a half. Welcome back, live at ringside. The preceding section, those last 3 minutes or so, all on videotape, and while that was taking place, the scene here in the arena, as raucous, as wild, as loud, as festive as we've ever seen anywhere before a big fight. This place is a madhouse tonight. And Larry Merchant, it's a madhouse because of the extremely passionate support that Erik Morales gets from his fans from Tijuana and all over Mexico, that Manny Pacquiao gets from his fans in the Philippines and all over the Pacific Rim? Is there any way to measure the inspiration that the two fighters get from their respective followings?
Well, we can start by measuring the sale of socks in Manila.
Okay.
After that dramatic draw with Marquez last May, Pacquiao said that he had suffered from blisters on the bottoms of his feet because of thin socks he wore. The result? He got an endorsement for thicker socks with his picture on them. In other words, a pop idol's fans were turning his lemons into lemonade. Mexican fans once virtually sainted Marco Antonio Barrera for disposing of, for showing that their fighters were the best fighters in the world when he defeated Prince Nassim. And tonight, Morales expects the same if he beats Pacquiao. Despite his 2 losses to Barrera, that he will be restored in full as a hero. Jim, given the high expectations everyone has of this fight, it's almost as if the loser will come out bigger than ever before.
Well, it shows tremendous spirit for both fighters to have wanted this fight, in particular off what Pacquiao's done in the last few years. Nobody really wants to fight Manny Pacquiao, or so it would seem, but Erik Morales did. And that's part of what has made him such a great fighter over the years, is his courage, Roy Jones, his desire. But if this fight is going to come down, as many people think it will, to which guy can take the other man's punch? Does the advantage lie with the bigger, more experienced Morales, or does it lie with the knockout sensation of the lower weight classes, Manny Thunderstorm Pacquiao?
Well, normally I would say that lies in the favor of Morales, mainly because he's a bigger fighter, he's taller, he's been through more fights, he's taken a lot more punches. We've seen him take a lot bigger shots than we've seen Pacquiao take. However, being that he's coming off such a hard fight so quickly, 4 months ago he was just in a real brutal battle with Barrera. That makes me start to second guess his ability to take a punch tonight. And to be honest with you, Pacquiao is no slouch when it comes to punching power.
A lot of people think that Erik Morales' best chance to win this fight is to discipline himself and box. Amid this crowd, in this atmosphere, that won't be easy.
No
what a night.
way.
Let's get ready now for the tale of the tape. Erik Morales against Manny Pacquiao. And remember, it's Pacquiao's first fight at 130 pounds. He weighed in a half pound under the weight limit easily. Erik Morales had to take off all of his clothes to weigh in right at 130. Tonight, Morales has put on 10 pounds to go up to 140. Pacquiao, 9 up to 139, or 9.5 up to 139. They are functionally the same size as they go into the ring. Morales is taller. Pacquiao has the longer arms. Both are hard punchers. This should be great. Rules of the bout with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The Erik Morales-Manny Pacquiao fight is scheduled for 12 rounds using the unified rules of the Association of Boxing Commissions. There is no 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight. In case the cut is caused by an accidental headbutt, we go to the scorecards if the 4 rounds have been completed, and you cannot be saved by the bell in any round, including the 12th and final round. Jim.
Thank you very much, Harold. Pageantry now. Let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would everyone please rise for the national anthems for the 2 home countries of the fighters in the main event. First up here to sing the national anthem of the Philippines, please welcome Lonnie Misalucha.
Bayang makinig, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. sa simoy at sa langit mang bughaw, may dilagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng luwang hatid pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya ng pag may mga api ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem of Mexico. And here to perform it, Mario Tadeo Hernandez.
Mexicanos al grito de guerra, el acero aprestad y el bridón, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Ciño patria, tus sienes de oliva, de la paz el arcángel divino, que en el cielo tu eterno destino por el dedo de Dios escribió. Mas si osare un extraño enemigo profanar con sus plantas tu suelo, pienso, patria querida, que el cielo un soldado en cada hijo te dio, un soldado en cada hijo te dio. Mexicanos al grito de guerra, el acero aprestad y el bridón, y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. Y retiembla en sus centros la tierra al sonoro rugir del cañón. ¡Viva México!
We are moments away, ladies and gentlemen. In attendance here at ringside tonight, the greatest running back in NFL history, Jim Brown. And ladies and gentlemen, earlier tonight, you saw this man's son fight. He's still an undefeated fighter, but he is here at ringside tonight, and on May 28th, it'll be adios as he fights his final bout on pay-per-view, May 28th. Ladies and gentlemen, he is recognized with his over 100 victories as the greatest champion out of Mexico in history. De Culiacan, Mexico, the three-time world champion, Julio Cesar Chavez.
Salamat. Jim?
All right, thank you very much. Aside from the gloves, of course, how might a rematch look different?
Well, I don't know. It'll be very interesting to see. But like you told you, styles make fights. I take my hat off to Manny Pacquiao because being that he has had chances to where he didn't want to continue in fights, this was the perfect opportunity for him to pull out of a fight or not to continue. And he bit down like a true champion does and finished his fight brilliantly. So my hat goes off to Manny Pacquiao. He tried everything he could to come back and capture a victory in this fight. He did everything he could give his fans. His fans have nothing to be ashamed of. As a matter of fact, they should praise him because he has showed a big improvement over the years of boxing.
Erik Morales has already gone through 36 of the greatest rounds in boxing history with Marco Antonio Barrera. One of the reasons that I think he lost last fall, and I think you agree with me, was that he was kind of angry about being in that fight. It wasn't something he particularly wanted to do. Would he want to do it anymore a fourth time?
I don't think he'd want to do it a fourth time. I think he's happy with what has happened. He's happy with his victory tonight. I think, just like you think, I think he wasn't interested in the Barrera fight. Not saying that it would have been different, but I don't think he truly was as interested to beat Barrera as he was to prove that he could upset Manny Pacquiao tonight, because it meant more to derail a guy that's on the way up than it did to beat a guy that you fought 24 rounds with already.
Indeed, and now that Erik has gotten himself back to the position that he's in, he may want to use this to freeze Barrera a little bit and stop Marco from making the money that he might make. Not to mention, of course, he's not at all interested in Marco having 3 wins out of 4 against him. He would only take the fight if he was pretty sure he was going to win it. Larry, it was another amazing evening. A brilliant and vicious battle between 2 guys who will surely wind up as among the most remembered fighters of this era.
Jim, how often is it in this life that you have high expectations and they are met or even surpassed in anything? I've often mentioned the theater of the unexpected. Things happen in a ring that you can never anticipate. We try to be smart enough to look at all the possibilities, and something else happens invariably. Well, this is the theater of expected, and I'm all for that too.
And can we top it? Well, probably not, but of course we'll try. Let's look ahead to some upcoming programs on HBO pay-per-view boxing. Morales versus Pacquiao has been brought to you by MGM Grand, the city of entertainment in Las Vegas, by Smart Pedala, the world's first international cash remittance through text, by Corona Beer, and by HBO Pay-Per-View, the best in pay-per-view entertainment, brought to you by HBO. We'd like to thank our internet partners and the following magazine partners. And now for our entire crew, I'm Jim Lampley saying so long from Las Vegas, Nevada.